Hey guys, welcome back. We are now on part 4 of our Klingon Bird of Prey build, and we're getting ready to light the lights. I got my shop card in here from Big Charlie. As you can see, it is awesome. It is shiny, and it's going in a place of honor right here. That is until I need to use that Gorilla Glue to glue gorillas. Alright, lights. Nice basic lighting setup here. I'm doing something simple. We're keeping it simple, stupid. First off, we are going to go with a green nano SMD. We are resisting that with a 100 ohm resistor, right about there. What I want for this effect is something I kind of saw online. Actually, I saw it firing. I saw a really good shot of this thing firing a giant green ball of plasma. So what I want to do is put an eerie, ominous glow behind here. A green glow. It looks like it's about to fire. And we'll be able to achieve that with this. I've already tested this. I will show that off in a bit. For the rest, we are lighting the body. Now, we are going to mount all of our lights here in the upper part of the body. I could mount one on the bottom, but I don't think it'll matter. As you can see, I added more white paint here. I'll be adding more white paint. It is sloppy. I don't care. You'll never see it. Here is how our lights are going. We're going to put a 3-strip in here. That should light all these windows and these 2 running lights. We need a little bit more back here, so we're doing 2. Right here and here. Well, that should be more than enough light for this area. And of course for the engine, I'm doing a 3-strip to be mounted somewhere in here. I will determine that when I do some testing. I still need to clean up this and paint it. And I don't want to get the hot spots of the LEDs. I want a nice fiery glow in there. And wherever that glow is created, that is where I will mount these LEDs. What else have I been working on? Well, I have the guns painted, at least the barrels, and they're metallic. This is still tacky, of course. I had to pick the paint that took like 2 days to get dry. These 2 guns are supposed to be this color. This inset's supposed to be a silvery color. On the back side here, I mounted a piece of styrene and then did some putty work over it, because when you put the other gun aside here, you can see into this concave section right here. So I filled that with just a piece of styrene. Didn't turn out too bad. You're not really going to see it too much because the gun's going to be right here, but it annoyed me that you could see into here. So I filled that. Now, the fun part, the wings. After having a nice lengthy conversation with Space Doc, he informed me of a few things. First off, these aren't fiber optics. They are fiber with a silicon center. So it's kind of like Oreo if within the Oreo you put concrete. They do not bend. As you can see, there's little cracking going on right here. Well, they do bend, but they break. If you do this, they kind of start to crack. Also, I super glued them in, which is a no-no apparently. So, yeah, you can already see where the super glue is attacking. It was attacking the fiber or the outside plastic edge here. So, I will be having to get actual fiber optics as opposed to whatever this was that came from somewhere near Czechoslovakia, I think. The setup for that is, if I can illustrate with this, I know this looks like a mess, but the fiber's still going to go here, and then it's going to come up through 2 holes I drilled in here. It's going to go around here, over here, and then it's going to go into a hole that I drill on the other side of this. Looks like a car accident, but that's how it's going to go. So I'm going to get back to work mounting these lights. I will be back when those are mounted and to show off that. Be right back. Alright, let's see if we can do this. That is pretty much where I want that green light, and about at that level of illumination. So that's kind of what that'll look like, you guys. I'm going to get back to work on the rest of this. Be right back. Hey guys, we are getting our lights installed. As you can see, I have these three strips installed. I got my electrical tape on there. I also got the photon emitter done here. Let's light that up. If we can. Hold on here. My wires are getting crossed. There we go. As you can see, that looks nice and green. And if you look closely, you can see the individual little windows there lit up. And I am doing some testing on the rear engine, this last one here today. I'm also going to be doing some sub-assemblies today. I'm going to be getting these rails and then these guys on. And they just go something like this onto a nice ledge in here. And then that goes along here. I'm also getting my wing guns. Got those masked off, ready to get some green back on there. I still have to mask the barrel off on this. This little piece right here gets to be green, and so does this right here. And that's where I'm at. I'm going to get some more work done. Be right back. Hey guys, I got some of the construction done. She's starting to take shape. I got the rails on here on either side. I got these under pieces connected, and I connected the nose cone just to kind of see what I will be dealing with as far as gaps and light leaks, and they are aplenty. I did put a couple pieces of styrene in here to help fill the tiny little gaps here, but I'll still have to go in and putty them. But as you can see, there will be a huge seam to fill around here, around that bridge, and there's a huge step on this side I'll have to take care of. There's filling in the neck I'll have to do. This whole side seam is very egregious in here and here, so lots of filling to do. But I got it together to test the lights, and they're pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to need the 3-strip here for the engine, because the glow coming from in here is substantial. It's substantial enough, I think, to light this with a nice glow that I want. I am working on my guns, my wing guns. I'm almost done painting those, as far as the 2 coats of paint they'll need. The 2 colors, the 2 primary colors, they're this kind of off green and then more of this kind of green. I used a lot of silly putty on this to get around these complex curves, because there's curves here and this is really thin. You're supposed to paint these 2 raised sections on either side, and you just can't get tape in there, so that's all silly putty. And the same thing with the other guns. So I'll get back to work, and I'll see you guys in a minute with whatever I have done. Well, I got a bunch more work done. I got the guns assembled and the tertiary colors on the guns, as you can see here. I got the seams filled. There's a seam along this edge here, and of course the edge up in front here. I do have some cleanup to do and some more detail painting to do, but that's pretty much what they look like right there. And you can kind of see what I was talking about. There would normally be kind of a hole right there and underneath here, right in this corner, if not for the filling I did. You can see it better from this side. There we go. That right there would be, and you'd be able to see the concave section. Same thing with this side, but it looks great now that I've filled it. Can't see it at all on either gun. You can see that's filled, rolled over, that's filled. So yeah, all I have to do is the cleanup and go in and do some detail painting. I got some painting to do in there here. This barrel's the wrong color, and just start the weathering. So those are the guns. I did start the secondary colors on the shoulder blades here. You can see I'm following the paint guide in the model kit and the instructions. I'm also looking at the studio model for some cues. But yeah, you can see those panels there are a different color green. And this is the big work here. I started to do some light blocking on the inside here and on here, and way up here, this is a big one right in here. I filled that with super glue, and I added some kicker to it, and then there's some black on here. And thus far, you really can't see any light through this little section here. I've also did mount the other three LED strip in here. This is just a half of a pill container, and I cut it in half and shaped it. So it gets a lot more direct light out here to the engines. So that's kind of how that looks right now. I did bust a wire off. That's always fun. This wire came off right here from the main section, so I'll have to actually tear this out and restrip that wire. It's always fun. I also got the engine painted. I got that done. So I got the you can see it here, the red and the yellow in there. You can kind of, if I get it in the light right, you can kind of see the glow on there. And I just kind of hand painted that in there. And it's self-leveled, luckily. And then I shot it with a little coat of clear. I'm going to go over this thing again in clear. It's a little too shiny for my liking. The paint. You can see the shine up there. I want it a little duller than that. But that is going to do it for this week's update, you guys. I will be continuing on here, and next week we'll be moving forward with it. I'm not sure where we're going to get to. There is a lot of things I need to do that a lot of painting and filling that I have to do, but in order to do that, I need to close these two sections up. So, we'll deal with that. We'll tackle that next week. I want to thank everyone for watching. You guys have a great day. Take care.